Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome back, students. We have a very interesting year ahead of us. Now, back to school, we are going to start a very interesting semester with our English, which is going to be Mega Goal, which is, of course, for you, third-year students. Now, I do hope that you do enjoy this semester with me. Now, we have a lot of amazing topics and fascinating facts that we are going to discuss throughout our units. Now, we are going to just pass by a lot of things. We are going to read, we're going to speak, write, listen. Now, there are different skills that we are going to apply, and with these skills, we have grammar, we have vocabulary, and you are, inshallah, going to enjoy our semester together. Now, we're going to see what we have here. Now, as you can see here in this little graph, we have here some kind of connection. So before we start our units, we're going to start with something very simple, which is connect. Now, what is the idea of connect? Now, the idea of connect is to connect and relate between different topics and between different skills together. So basically, you are reading, you are writing, you are listening and speaking all at the same time. Now, we are going to start with something very simple here. You can see that we have here a small picture. Now, in this picture, we can see that there are people who are connected together. And at the same time, you can see that there is a thumbs up for approval, or at sometimes there can be a topic that will be disapproved or disagreed. Now, here in this picture, you can see that we have here the world. Now, I just want you to focus with me on these pictures. We saw the first one, which is about teams. We have here the second one, we have the world, and we have here a lot of different occupations here or people. You are going to focus and just guess what is this about. We have here also a different picture. We can see that there is something about studying. There is something about relation to the world. Now, we're going to see also what is in this picture, and also we can see here different shopping bags. Now, we are going to move on. Here we have our learning objectives. So now you have here just different pictures. You saw something about shopping, you saw something about learning, you saw something about people in general, and of course we have here the connection, which was the first one. Now, what is the idea? First, before we start with the idea, we have our objectives. Now, our objectives are to identify general topics from context, differentiate between facts and opinions, express opinions, viewpoints, which of course includes agreement and disagreement, as we mentioned. We have to communicate with others and use pronunciation patterns like stress and intonation. Now, we're going to see here, going back to the basic idea, which is to connect, as we mentioned. We have on page number 2, so you can open your book on page number 2 with me now, and we're going to see what we have. Now, you are going to read, and at the same time, you are going to listen to me, and we're going to see what is the context. So now we are going to connect and to relate between the pictures that I showed you from the beginning and what we have in the book. Now, we're going to see, first of all, now you are going to identify words or phrases that convey information or facts and at the same time opinion. So you do know that there is a difference between information or facts, and there is something else which is called opinion. Now, we're going to differentiate and to see in these sentences what do we have, what are information and what do we have as opinions. Now, we're going to move on. We're going to start. Now, we have here on page number 2 the first part. You have here in the first part, just to scan very quickly, we're not going to read each word, but just to guess what is it about and try to relate to the pictures that I showed you. So we have here, first of all, collaborative learning. We have something also mentioned about teamwork. We have also individuals. We have also to share ideas and information. We have something else, reluctant to share. And these here are just words to understand that we're talking about sharing or not sharing, about teamwork, about learning. Now, these are words that we do relate in our classes. Moving on, we have here the word competition also. And you can see that we have here competition can sometimes be negative competition. Now, it is better to work as a team than individually. Do you agree with this statement? Now, some people, do they like to work alone, or do all people like to work with teams? Now, this is something that we have in mind, and what do you think about it? Do you agree or disagree? Moving on, we can see that we have here a picture. We can see that there is something about agreeing and disagreeing here, or different opinions. So we're going to see here, what are the words that are related to agreeing or disagreeing, or opinion in general. So we just passed by words to understand that we do have facts and we know what the topic is about. But at the same time, we want to see what do we have here as opinions. So you can pass by and see that we have here the word not always easy. Do all people think it is easy or not? And we have here also tends to prevent students from working together. So these are words that have opinions more than facts. Now moving on, we have here some pictures. Now think about different teams. Now I want you just to think very briefly about different teams that you know, which we are going to discuss in the future. Now in the second part, page number 2 as well, we are going to scan and do the same thing as we have before. So just to scan very quickly with me, you can just pass by some words. Now we have here, like for example, self-made. What is the meaning of self-made? We have also success. So self-made is a word that is always related and connected to success. We have also recognize and utilize opportunities. Improving. Now here you can see that we have a lot of positive words that are related to one of the pictures that I showed you before. We have here also gaining respect. Now these are words that just give us the idea of the paragraph that we have here. Now moving on, we can see that it is related to the world and the people who are in the world, and some people are self-made. Who are they? And how do you feel about them? Are there any inspiring people that you know? Has any people or any person actually influenced you in some way? Do you admire any figure that you know about, which can be, of course, a worldwide figure, it can be a close figure, it can be someone very close to you, like your mother or your father. So it depends on who do you look up to. Now, as words that are related to opinion, we can see that we have here, for example, usually refer to. Is it always? Is it usually? It depends on your opinion. And we have here also helping others. Now, if we go back and see here the sentence, we can see that we have here gaining respect in their community and helping others. Now, do you think these people, all of these people, do they gain respect and do they help other people? This is also an opinion that you can express. Now, moving on, we have here also a picture. Now, think of different people that have influenced you and just give some examples that we are going to talk about or discuss in the future. Now, page number 3, we have the third paragraph. The third paragraph also just to scan quickly, and you can see that there are different words. So you can see from paragraph number 2 and paragraph number 1 that there are different topics. Here we can see that we have here the word future, future studies. We have also strategic. We have foresight. We have interdisciplinary, analyzes, current and past changes. So we are talking about the future. We are talking about something current. And we have here also in the past, What is the idea that we have here? We have respect to tomorrow and our vision, which is related to this picture. So we have a question also. Would you take a course on future studies? Are you interested in the future and what are the things that you can accomplish in the future? Now, just to put in mind, think of different plans, and you can also relate these plans to our vision, which is 2030. So you can connect, as we mentioned before, between your personal plans and we have here the nation's plans. Now, the last paragraph that we have here on page number 3, we have here some different words. Now you can see that there is a short paragraph. We mention words like infomercials, which is very close to a familiar word, which is commercial, just to give you a hint. We have also the word. We have here demonstrations. We have product and potential. Now these are different words. Now you understand that we have here 4 parts. Now these different parts, they have different context within them from the words that we understood. Did we read each single word? No, but we have a very general or basic idea about each paragraph. Would you buy it? Now this is a question that you can relate to shopping. There are lots of products and different things that you can buy. Now each product or a commercial or infomercial that passes by you, would you buy that product or not? So just think of different products, and also we are going to discuss them in the future, inshallah. Now if you can just notice the questions that I asked you, we have here the question, who are they? We have the question, how do you feel about them? We have also, would you buy it? What do you think? And would you take a course on future studies? Now these are questions that have something familiar or similar between them. We have here you. Now you can say, would you buy it? What do you think? Are you interested? So I am asking you about yourself and your interests and your opinion. Which topic did you like more and why? So just think about the topics because we are going to discuss them, inshallah, throughout the year. Now some topics may be interesting more than the other. Why? And also, which topic do you find least interesting and also why? How will you give your answers? So we discussed generally the ideas or the topics that we have in the book. Think about your answers in the future. How will you give your answers? What are your ideas based on these? Now this is something that we can apply with phrases and expressions. Now just think about the different phrases that you can answer. So there are different answers. We don't just answer with yes or no. We have here different phrases, different ideas, different structures or statements that we can just convey or just say or write, which convey the ideas that we have in mind. Now here, you can see that we have a picture that shows different faces, that we have here different maybe opinions or ideas. We have also another picture. We have here, if you can see that there is a POV, which means point of view. We have also to agree or disagree. So it's a personal matter here. You may agree with some topics and you may disagree with others. Now, what are the phrases that I can use? I can say, for example, in my opinion. I can say also, I feel that. Now, I feel that English is a very interesting topic. In my opinion, each student is special. I can also say, I believe that you can achieve whatever you want. And I can also say, I think. I think English is an easy topic if you study very well. So here, these are my opinions, my ideas that I answered in complete sentences. Come up with more words or phrases that convey information, facts, or opinions. So you can have them together. You can say a fact and an opinion, or you can just give a statement that has a fact, an information, or your opinion together. Now you can see here that there are different useful expressions to express your opinion or point of view. Now these different expressions, as you can see here, for example, in my opinion, as for me, I have the feeling that. We have also I'm sure or I'm certain that something is going to happen. You can have some doubt or I bet. You can say, for example, I guess, my view, my belief, my opinion. So these are different statements or phrases that you can use within your statements. Now we have here also useful words to express your agreement. So here specifically I'm talking about agreement. How do you agree with someone? You can say, for example, I agree with you. Yes, of course. That's just it. I can say also, I think so. I can say, I share your view. Fair enough. Quite so. And it is true or it is right. Now these are different words to express, and also we can disagree with someone using different phrases, such as, for example, I don't agree. Nonsense. We can say also, I don't agree with you or what you say. I'm afraid that is not quite true. I take a different view, and so on. Now, it may occur to you, when do I use these phrases? Now, these phrases, they can be used in different discussions or conversations based on what are you talking about and who are you talking with. So, relating to the topic and to the atmosphere that you have here, you can choose your different phrases. Now, don't forget you are communicating, so keep it real. Be more personal and express your own thoughts, opinions, and point of view. Now we have here, there are different things that you have to put in mind. Now when you stress sometimes your sentences and the different voice levels that you have, your intonation, these are basic. We have here vocal aids that you can use to make your sentences be more clear, and you can also express your ideas in a clear way. Now here in this lesson you can see that we have here the different skills. Now of course we read together, we also listened or you listened to me. We are speaking, and we have here also, you may have written your notes, which means that this is just a reminder that you are applying your different skills at the same time. Now be prepared. We have here in our next lesson, inshallah, we are going to talk about a different skill here, which is going to be about speaking or conversation. We are going to have different points of views that we are going to just practice and revise together, so be ready. Now in today's lesson, we had discussion. We also listened, or you listened to me, and we have here how to express using different phrases, your opinions and point of views. So I hope you have a nice day, be ready, and just practice your skills, and we are going to meet again, inshallah, in the next lesson.